Hey everyone, my name is Jay and I'm an indie game developer and artist. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning from my last video, sorry. I know I said I'd post the next devlog in mid-October and it's now January. Yeah, I definitely underestimated how long level design would take. It's not exactly my strong suit. In this video, I'm going to be going over level design. This part has been fun, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't frustrating. The problem for me is that I can visualize the result, but not always the steps to get there, and level design is basically all the steps. I've taken level design courses before and made small levels, but not really for a platformer like Ignitus. Previously, I wasn't building worlds, I was showing off basic mechanics and very linear experiences. But in Ignitus, players can choose their path, go back and forth, discover secrets, unlock new routes, new story bits, so I've been racking my brain trying to make a cohesive, engaging level. Back in college, I took 2 level design classes. In Level Design 1, we focused more on mechanics, rules, and the foundations of building a game, while in Level Design 2, we had to build a full playable level in Unity, and all I remember from that semester is crying to my tutor. A lot. One thing I held on to from that class and still have notes on is the idea of progression maps, level maps, and key maps. So I'm using those plus a few nudges from YouTube tutorials to get started. I start by taking stock of what abilities the player currently has and how the level will teach or reinforce them. At this point, you should have your core mechanics figured out and tested. This step clarifies what players can and can't do so designers can build challenges around those limitations. Create a progression map. This map outlines where story beats, cutscenes, objectives, and ability unlocks happen. It also helps estimate how long a level takes to beat and what milestones the layout needs to support. For example, in my demo, the player starts out in Canary Village. Players start out in a grassy wooded area and then soon meet an NPC who hints at the village ahead. They reach the base of the village to interact with NPCs who provide lore or hints. The guard blocks access to the next area, requiring a key. Players then descend to the forest floor, encounter the first enemy type, and eventually find the key. They return to the guard, unlock the next area, and complete some brief platforming to reach the yellow shard, granting clairvoyance. The level then teaches the shard's attack ability. Players eventually face a mini-boss that introduces the shard's secondary mechanic, which is revealing invisible and hiding platforms that can be used defensively or strategically. You can do this with paper, physical mock-ups, or digital tools. In my classes, we often use physical props to build test levels. Many designers jump straight into whiteboxing, which is great because you can test scale and spacing instantly. But I need to sketch things out first. I need to see everything visually without the distraction of the engine. So I built the demo level using Miro. It's great for visual planning and world maps, flowcharts, and layout experiments. For Canary Village, I sketched a mock world map and figured out how each level would connect. Because the village is a vertical environment leading to the highest point of the world, I need to ensure players can't reach the summit until they defeat the final boss of the area. The first thing I built was the general room layout, using basic shapes. Since Canary Village is vertical, all paths must eventually lead upward. That means it's easy to accidentally create a platforming-only level, so I worked to balance exploration with vertical challenges. In early versions, players could reach the top within minutes, and once they had the yellow shard, there was no reason to explore the rest of the village. That's where keys came in. You only need 2 keys to beat the area, but other keys unlock alternative paths or exits to alternate locations, rewarding exploration without forcing it. Once I was satisfied with the Miro map, I recreated it in Unity. I'm using placeholder assets, just enough to test layout, but not enough to distract me. I built the level in sections and constantly playtested to make sure players could reach platforms, navigate paths, and avoid getting stuck or lost. This whole phase took about 3 weeks. I did a lot of playtesting of sections, which led to a lot of adjusting and rethinking of spaces. I also kept bouncing between this, UI design, and trying to get the save points and player respawns to work, which as of writing this, still does not work, so if anyone knows a good tutorial or has suggestions, please let me know. Now that all of the level design is done, I'm adding in the environment assets and looking for good places that I can add some polish. I'm feeling pretty good on the level design for the demo, but of course I expect it to get taken apart after getting in a few playtests, but it does accomplish my basic requirements for the demo. If you like this video, please subscribe for more updates and game dev projects. Thank you. Bye.